Hi guys, hello. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Foodie Inspirator once again. And today's recipe, as you can see, is one of the ultimate comfort foods that you could possibly ever make. And it's one of those recipes that I literally just took my good old recipe from before I became plant-based and veganized it using Denny's new minced meat with no meat, of course. It's their vegan version of sort of ground beef, and it's absolutely delicious. It goes really well in this recipe because the texture is very same to normal beef. So we're gonna get started by peeling half an onion and 2 to 3 garlic cloves, depending on how strong you like your chili con carne, with no carne to be. And here I'm also going to peel 3 small carrots. You're going to want to slice your carrots first because it'll be easier to get them up into small squares, and then get them all into tiny little squares. We call this a brunoise. This will just help them to disintegrate into the sauce and to be able to taste the flavor better. I'm then going to chop the onion into small squares and just roughly slice the 3 garlic cloves, nothing too fancy. So once that's done, I'm going to grab 2 celery stalks that I have washed and going to dice those up, slice them and then dice them into small squares as well. And I am then going to I have 3 small snack peppers here that I'm going to take the pits out of and then slice them and dice them into small squares. So you want to make sure everything is the same size here, because that way they're all going to cook at the same time and nothing will be over or undercooked in your sauce. You're going to grab 5 to 6 cherry tomatoes that you're going to slice all of them into small little squares. And then here we have our beautiful platter of rainbow colored veggies. Eat the rainbow and you'll never be sick. Let's hope so anyway. I'm then going to grab a frying pan to which I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. You can use whatever oil you have. I just like coconut oil in this particularly because I like the coconutty flavor that it brings out in the nachos. You're going to add your half an onion that you're going to stir fry on medium heat a little bit first until it becomes translucent. And after you've added that, you're going to want to add your garlic before we begin adding our spices. So I'm just frying the onion here for a couple of minutes. I then add the garlic, and right after we are going to add all of the carrots. The reason we're adding them first is because they're the hardest vegetable and take the longest to cook. So you're then going to want to I added 1 tablespoon of caraway seeds here, which is the Hungarian version of cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon ground cumin, half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, which is really, really important here because you really want to get that smoky, meaty flavor that we usually have in a chili con carne. I also added white pepper to taste depending on how much you like, and half a teaspoon of dried sage. You're then going to want to add your ground beef replacement or regular ground beef depending on what you're using, of course. You can just use regular meat here. The flavor will be all the same really, and it will come out exactly the same. I also added 1 teaspoon of sweet paprika. So you're going to have all those beautiful colorful spices that are going to add even more color into the sauce here. And you're then going to add all of your other vegetables. So this isn't going to take too much time to stir fry from now on out because the other veggies are a lot softer than the carrots were, so they're going to cook a lot faster. I'm just going to coat everything in the spices for a little bit, a couple of minutes, about 5 to 6 minutes first. And after that is done, you're going to grab an entire can of chopped tomatoes and add those in as well. So this is what's going to make the meat really saucy and creamy, as I'm not using any stock or anything like that. So you're going to want to add all the chopped tomatoes, and when you've added those in bit by bit, you're going to want to simmer your sauce. So you're also going to want to add 2 bay leaves, a handful of freshly chopped rosemary, and season to taste, of course, with salt and pepper, and then add an entire can of red kidney beans and simmer the sauce for a further 15 to 20 minutes depending on how creamy you want it to be and how soft and mushy you want the beans and everything to be all together. When that's done, we're going to plate the nachos. So grab your tortilla chips and place them all into a bowl, and I literally took the sauce right off the heat and I'm just placing them on top of the nachos right away so that the cheese melts on top. I'm using the Violife cheddar replacement cheese here. That actually works really well with this recipe. And Alpro's coconut Greek style yogurt. I'm going to place half an avocado on top of the nachos and zest a little bit of lime zest on top of that. Now on top of this you can also chop some fresh cilantro, or you can add parsley if you want, further a bit of salt and pepper if you like, or even more cheese, or of course sour cream if you're not making it vegan. So that is it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I mean, this recipe is so damn good for a barbecue, a dinner party, whatever you're having. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe and let me know what other recipes you guys would like to see. I really love making these videos. This was genuinely one of my favorite to make and my favorite to eat. I hope that has shown through, and I'm sending you all my love, and thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.